What is good, everybody? Today is October 15th, 2025. I'm going to start making recap videos just to keep track of myself and my progress. And if y'all have any questions about my recaps, y'all could just ask me. I just started trading on March 7th, 2025. So I think this is like month 8, I believe. I got my first payout with Apex 2 150K accounts a couple months ago in August. From there, I used that payout to get 18 more 50K accounts. Happened to blow all of those and throughout the month of September, and I blew my two 150K accounts that I got paid out. Unfortunately, by some error. If y'all want to know more about that, I can give a little story time. But yeah, this is just my journey. I want to start making recap because today was the first day I took real trades on my new um, PA account. I have two 150K PA accounts that I passed last week. So it's like, why not just start take doing recaps of the real trades I do take. Um, yeah, of the road trades I do take on my PA account. So I just want to keep myself accountable. I want to show others how I do trade. And if anybody else could possibly learn something from me, I don't know how, but if y'all could grab something from this, then that would that would that would be great. Yeah, let's get into it. I took this on ES. Usually I have both charts side by side, but that could get a little confusing during recaps. But yeah, I will start. Pardon me, I'm drinking some tea. Okay, so let me start here. From market open, I usually get on the charts around 8 a.m. I'm Central Time, so market usually open or market does open at 8:30. So I'm on the charts by like 8 a.m. But coming into market open, we fell off huge last week. But yesterday or Monday, we hit this new week opening gap. We're reacting out of that beautifully. We're disrespecting bearish PD arrays and we're respecting bullish PD arrays. We inverse this bullish gap right here. So I do think we're back bullish, and on the weekly time frame, we're respecting this bullish gap that's right here. Respecting that bullish gap. So I overall think we are bullish, but for me to really be bullish, I want to see a sweep of liquidity, right? Because I think we're bullish, I want a sweep of liquidity, and how I'm thinking is maybe I can get in on that sweep of liquidity if that makes sense. Yeah, so coming into market open, the way I trade is when I get on the chart, I use my ICT kill zone from Asia open to market open. I mark out my low of that, and I call it my pre-market low, and I mark out my high of that, and I call it my pre-market high. I do this every single day. This is the only way I trade. This is how I. This is it makes it so mechanical to where you don't have to question a lot. The entries are discretional, yes, but when I do this, it's okay because that guarantees market has swept a pool of liquidity for sure. So I rather trade like that. I feel like I do believe it gives me the best probability. I really don't care if people say this is not, like this is how I trade. This is how I want to trade. This is how I was able to get paid out, and this is how I know I will be able to get paid out in the future by God's grace. Right. So it makes it super simple. Just mark out your pre-market high and mark out your pre-market low, and you cannot trade. I will not say cannot because there is a certain situation instances where you can take a trade based off of the other indice. If the other indice has already taken out the pre-market high and a fair value gap opportunity, and it presents itself and it respects it, then you can take that trade. But that's just topic for another day. And if y'all have any questions on what I mean by that, I could make a separate tutorial, or not tutorial because I'm not trying to teach. I'm just trying to tell y'all how I do it. Not sure if I'm in a position to teach anybody yet. But yeah, coming into market open, this is what I do. And for the most part, I do not trade unless market sweeps out either my pre-market low or my pre-market high. So boom, coming into market open, I just sit on my hands. I 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 sit on my hands. Boom. We break pre-market high, right? And originally I have this zone marked up because it's the highest presented gap on this on the leg that broke it. Usually you can prefer it to be under. Like sometimes I think I like it better under, but because the 5 minute was so clean up here, this is how I left it. I call this strategy RPO, run pass option. So short, long option. If you see what I'm saying, if any of y'all watch football, because run is a shorter play, pass is a longer play. So yeah, you get it. You and during this, you have to be looking through the time frames. I did also like this 3 minute gap, but because the higher time frame 5 minute gave me an opportunity right here, first presented on this leg, I liked it. And if you looked on the larger time frame, right here we tapped into a 1 hour bearish fair value gap. So it's like, okay, now my idea is starting to pan out. Because I am bullish, I want market to go lower and sweep liquidity so then we can later continue higher, if that makes sense, right? So because of that, you just wait. You just wait and see what market does. You just wait and see what market does. You don't get too antsy. You don't FOMO because I know a lot of people took longs. Although longs were there, and I was originally looking for longs using the other strategy, but that's for another day for me to explain. And you just wait. Market got really choppy. I thought market would have left me. It would have been tough because I didn't take any real trades the last 2 days. I just put macros in so it can count because I'm trading on Apex. So I just wanted to count and log a winning day. So right now I have 2 winning days, but I don't have any trades taken. 1 second, I'm drinking some tea. Uh, so right here, pardon me. Right here we're just waiting. We're just waiting for market to come back to our zone. Bullish or bearish, regardless what your bias is or whatever, regardless what my bias is, I will not take a trade until market comes back to the zone I have said, okay, this is the zone I will be looking for today. Unless market comes back there, I do not trade. And that's how I like it. Keeps it very strict. It makes me not chase market. And I just think it's a great way to trade. So boom, you just sitting on your hands, sitting on your hands. Okay, okay, market is starting to shift a little bit lower. That's what I'm thinking in my head right now. Okay, you just wait, you just wait, you just wait, you just wait. Okay, boom, right? I wanted to get in off of this, but it didn't inverse it yet, and that's one thing I really gotta start working on is my patience. Because before I definitely would have entered off of this, which is I mean, sometimes you have intuition entries, which if you really feel like it is like that's what's gonna happen, then hey man, I don't blame you. But just to be sure, I like the confirmations because look what happens, boom, boom, right, and on the lower time frames, it looks like market is uber respecting like in live time. It looked like market was going to break out of here and go back to the upside. So because I do call it the RPO, you can take both longs and short from this area. It just depends what market does. I do believe through back testing, I do believe the inverse off this area is the more sure option. I'm not sure why that is, but for my back testing sections, the inverses do work more, so I like to wait for those more often than not. I mean, it really just depends on what your biases are and your conviction are for that day because every day is a different day. Boom. I didn't get in off of here though because I was like, I don't know if I love that entry because I really wanted to make my stops above here, but that would make it that's a I don't know. It was just too much for my SL. I don't like having a overextended SL especially when my first TP is just right here. And on Apex, it's kind of difficult to hold longer trades because I did want to target London, but because of the trailer and drawdown, I didn't know if I loved it. Um, and yeah, so boom. What had happened was in live time, market came back to and tapped in here. So then I got in right at the tap in because I would have originally gotten on the inverse. So anything, or I would have gotten on this candle, the 1025 candle. So anything above the close of here would have been great value for me. So I just got in on here. This low that market put in at market open was my first target, but it was really my only target. Um, because I wasn't really but hindsight, this was a like a setup because yeah, I forgot to mention this. Because we are delivering from this 1 hour and we get the inverse of our highest time frame gap, this made it like a plus, or not A plus, but a setup for sure. Because we have these lows, we have all these low hanging fruit that market failed to grab at market open. Because at market open, I did believe market would want to come and shoot and take out these lows, but market failed to do that. So it's like, okay, this is what market wants to do. This is where market wants to go. So it was a pretty quick trade. I won't lie. It was pretty just straight flush. Boom. I chose my stop. Um, yeah. Then you just see what market does continue to melt. Looking back on it, like the greed in me wanted to enter back in because I was trailing my stock kind of tight. Um, and just because I wanted to secure profit. But looking back, that is something I have to work on. Really trust my trade, trust my draws, cause I do want to have $1,000 days, and if it's a better setup, I want to double my risk. Because if I'm not trading as often on the better setups, I do want to really just go for it. Not saying full port, not saying over leverage, but that is going double the size on my A plus setups are something I would consider. I have not done it yet, but for sure we'll start considering. But yeah, so we got out around here, TP1, and you could just see what market retraces, comes back and takes out. This would have been TP2, this would have been TP3, and that's current market right now. So now let me show y'all the P&L. 1 second. But yeah, it was cleanest day in a while, cleanest trade I've taken in a minute. On Apex, I do need, in order, I'm aiming for a $2,500 payout. So times two, so a $5,000 payout. Hopefully, at least one this month by God's grace. But yeah, this is what I aim for. I am also currently on another eval, trying to pass this one. So I'm just copy trading all of these at the same time. Does it show my execution? I don't know. I can show y'all in the reports, but yeah, 821 on the day times two. I need to get to 1,000. I mean, $157,100 to get my 2,500 payout, and from there I will try to get three more accounts, so have five accounts total, and go for yeah, the whole series I'm trying to do is road to 10K payout. So I'm gonna do a road to 10K payout, my first ever 10K payout, 5 figure month. Then from there, I'm going to do a road to 50K payout. From there, I'm going to do a road to 100K payout or 100K month. Something like that. And I literally want to show every trade that I take. I want to hold myself accountable. And I want to just show myself that I can do this by the grace of God. Not by my power, not by my might, but by the grace of God, Him helping me. I really want to show that, yeah, show every trade I take, hold myself accountable. Yeah, I'm starting in a yap right now, but yeah, 821 on the day, smooth day, third trading day logged. You need 8 on Apex to take a payout. Like I said, I need to make $7,100. to take my 2,500 payout. Then from there I'll get more accounts. But yeah, W Green Day, real first trade of the week. Thank you God. Today's Wednesday. Hopefully we can get some good trades Thursday, Friday, but we'll see. We will not force, but I would, if I do, I will make recaps on those as well. And before I get out of here, let me show y'all the reports. Let me show y'all the reports. Go. And y'all can see the execution time when I took it. And yeah, thank you, God. I just hope we continue at this pace. And yeah, y'all boys be good.